City YouTube channel today. If it's your first time seeing one of our videos, make sure to like and subscribe. This is the channel where we talk about EverSmart City, the first blockchain tokenized crypto-based community being built in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Mark Anthony, co-founder of EverSmart City, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the origin story of EverSmart, how it got started. A lot of people always ask me, how did this even get started? So me as one of the founders, I'm actually going to talk about today a little bit of our origin story, some of my background, and how we got to where we are today. So first, let me kind of introduce myself, kind of give you guys a rundown of who I am, what I do outside of EverSmart City, what's some of my experience, uh, what led me to get involved into EverSmart, and what are our plans going forward, and what's kind of our goal and our mission of EverSmart from like a 10,000 foot view, kind of looking from the moon down on the earth type of view. Let me just run it back. My name is Mark Anthony. I'm co-founder of EverSmart City. Right now in 2022, I am 28 years old, about to turn 2019. I was born in 1993 in New Jersey. Was adopted at 18 months and grew up in Massachusetts, in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Those who may or may not know, Cape Cod's this little part right here. You can see that little orange dot right there by Boston. And it's basically where Columbus and the Mayflower landed at Plymouth Rock. That's where I'm from. So I grew up adopted, very blue collar kind of family. My father, who adopted me, was a captain in a local county prison. My mother was a court officer, metal detector guard at the local courthouse, the local judicial court. So grew up very blue collar. Um, and my mom's one of her brothers used to own a paint company. So I grew up every summer painting custom built houses, and that led me to want to be an architect of some sort. My uncle had painted houses. He had a partner with a friend of his who built custom homes, custom beach houses of the sort. So I got into architecture, wanting to be an architect, kind of like my uncle's business partner. It always intrigued me. I wanted to get into architecture somehow. It always kind of uh inspired me. We'd be in these big like 10-bedroom mansions, 8,000 square foot beach mansions, and they were just empty shells at the time, just studs and walls, really no floors, no paint on the walls yet, no lights, no light switches, no nothing. And just being in those spaces like during the construction and building process and thinking, man, there's like 4 living rooms in this house. What are these people going to do with all this space? So it really started to flex my creativity, and I really started to kind of channel my creativity in that way through architecture and through space. And started getting into the Sims game. When I would play the Sims, I used to buy the Sims games for my girlfriend and then just play her game just so I could build houses and design houses. I wouldn't even play the game. I would just be designing and building houses. So when I got to college, I had entered college at New England Institute of Art and studied interior design and got my associates in interior design. And from there, I transferred to Boise State on a lacrosse deal, and walked onto the football team. And there I was studying construction management, my bachelor's in construction management, to then further go into my master's in architecture, but never made it that far. And in that time in college, I was doing a lot of network marketing, internet marketing, multi-level marketing companies like Vima, Wake Up Now, Herbalife, ACN, Amway, Ingresso Cybernetical, almost every single type of multi-level marketing or affiliate company that you could do. I was reading all the self-help books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, Never Work Again, The Secret, Raving Fans, The Eighth Habit. Uh, um, I think I mentioned Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon. All these books, right? All these self-help, self-improvement books. And when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it really got to me. Where you had this kind of entrepreneur, be your own boss slash architecture kind of synergy going on, and it was real estate investing. I never, you know, I came from an island, right? Very blue collar, very very old school Cape Cod. They try to keep everything like colonial as possible, like pre Mayflower, pre Europeans. So I never really knew anybody who was into real estate investing, and if I did, I didn't understand it. I was too young. So as soon as I came across real estate investing, I was like, "Oh man, here's my be your own boss and architecture married together." So I wanted to be a real estate investor, thanks to Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I got into real estate investing, and after college, I had moved to Arizona because I knew that Dean Graziosi, who's best friends with Tony Robbins, uh, Robert Kiyosaki, writer of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cody Sperber, creator of Clever Investor, also on HGTV, and a bunch of other influencers in real estate or experts, gurus in real estate were all here in Arizona. So I was like, man, if I want to get this real estate on and popping, I'm going to go to Arizona. So I went to Phoenix, started to dive into real estate investing, started wholesaling homes. The course of like a year, I ended up wholesaling 3 houses, one in Tennessee, one in Nashville, and then 2 in Phoenix. And I was struggling. And at the time, my girlfriend invited me to come to a meetup, like a networking event. And so I went to that networking event, and there was a woman there who said she was 18 months in the business. She did Rich Dad Poor Dad's masterclass program or whatever they called it. She paid about $40,000 because her house burnt down, took her insurance money, paid Rich Dad Poor Dad. And 18 months later, she was making $60,000 a month in real estate, in a real estate business. So I was intrigued. I was like, man, I've been doing this for 36 months and I've only made like 5 grand. So I need to clean my ears and listen. So I listened. The lady was talking about investing in mobile homes. She was basically seller financing mobile homes, getting really cheap mobile homes, fixing them up, and then financing them, selling them on payments. And at the time, after 18 months, she was on like mobile home number 350, and she was netting over 60 grand a month, or grossing over 60 grand a month. And I was like, oh my God, this is everything that I've been trying to do, but way cheaper. So next day I got my first mobile home, and I got that mobile home for $1,200. I gave the guy $200 deposit, and then I was going to pay him 5 days later. Within those 5 days, I had found a seller, sold the home for $5,000. Used that 5,000 to pay off what I owed to purchase the property, and I basically wholesaled it, right? And then from then on out, I was all in mobile homes. I started getting a little deeper into mobile homes, and I had some troubles with parks where I had trouble selling the homes in the parks. So then, which led me to get into moving mobile homes. I had an opportunity to work with a local mobile home transporter. I started being an apprentice under him, learning kind of the ropes. And he had a fallout. He had some trouble legally with some other things unrelated, and he ended up doing 6 years in prison for something completely unrelated. Just something before I even met him, whatever they had going on. So I basically had to take over the moving company, the moving business, and so I did. Me and another one of our partners, and so me and that other partner, we had built and grown a mobile home transportation company over the course of 4 or 5 years here in Arizona, moving homes and repossessing homes and moving them in and out of parks and all over land, all over Arizona. And at the time, I was doing a weekend kind of warrior gig with another one of my friends who owned a catering company. He had a barbecue catering company. He still does to this day. He does about 300 to 350 weddings and corporate events every single year in the Arizona or the Phoenix and San Diego markets. Is a barbecue caterer. At the time, me and him had just opened up a commercial venue, a commercial kitchen with a rental space where we could rent it out for people for events, weddings, birthday parties, fiestas, whatever, quinceañeras. And we were paying about $4,000 a month. We were literally right across the street from the Phoenix Suns NBA stadium, right across the street within 100 yards. And I remember spending like long nights and weekends there, putting food on the smokers and grills, and thinking, man, I have to drive home now. And I lived about 45 minutes away, and I have to be back in like 4 hours to take this meat off the smoker and then drive 45 minutes. So I have about an hour and a half drive commute with a 4 hour window. I'm going to have no time to rest. And I kept thinking, man, at the time I had just started getting into mobile homes, just started mobile homes. And I was thinking, man, if I could just get like a shipping container or some type of mobile home and just put it right on the building, right on the roof of the building or somewhere in the parking lot where I could just have somewhere to sleep for a couple hours and then wake up. And then when the weekend's over, I can just go back home. And at the time, during the week, I was moving mobile homes. And then on weekends, I was catering events. And I was like, man, if I could just find or think of a way to accommodate this better, right, for myself. And I remember going to a mobile home park and thinking, man, it'd be crazy if these were all built out of shipping containers. And then me and Terry, we had his catering kitchen in this park. And imagine if every single home in the park had a storefront underneath and their residence or their home right on top, just right on the roof, like how I was thinking with me and his catering kitchen, if I could just put a shipping container on the roof, I could just, you know, crash in there on the weekends and then go back home, after the weekend's done. So I started getting this idea, and as we started moving mobile homes, realizing how dangerous it was to move mobile homes and how risky it was. I would think, and my awareness of container homes in Phoenix at the time, we had just saw the development of two container home projects. One called the Containers on Grand, which is 16 40-foot shipping containers arranged together to make eight one-bedroom apartments. So that had just opened up. That development had just started in another development called the Oscar, which is a couple miles away, closer to downtown Phoenix, which again, it's about 24 40-foot containers stacked together to make a first floor commercial space, storefront, office space, and then the second and third floor apartments. I think there's about 12 apartments that sit above the storefront. So I remember seeing these two developments and thinking, man, what if these were like a mobile home park where each one were lotted out and each person could individually own a storefront and then on top a shipping container home, a tiny home, a shipping container home, or whatever. And then they have both together all in this community and have a whole mobile home park, a whole community full of small business owners, entrepreneurs, just like me and Terry with our catering company, where we could have our storefront and then have our residents on top. Because prior to me and Terry opening up our commercial kitchen, we were kind of doing some of the cooking and the food prep out of his garage in his backyard. His backyard, we had like 25 smokers, and in his kitchen, we had all types of event equipment. So we'd like pack up all the equipment for the events, bins, chafing dishes, plates, all this, and then we'd go to the weddings and we'd bring all the equipment and bring the food, and then we'd come back. And I was thinking, man, if me and Terry had some type of setup like this where we had an opportunity where we could have a residence on top, where we could, do our thing, and then a storefront down below where we could do that. It'd be an amazing opportunity. I started thinking, how many other small business owners or entrepreneurs, or how many other businesses have I tried to start where if I had an opportunity to have a brick and mortar plus a residential space all in one payment, how seamless that would be, how much it would save on commuting, how much it would save on car bills, car insurance, gas, time, all this, how much more efficient it'd be. So I started to come together with this kind of this crazy community, like self-sustainable plan. Like, you see people drawing like crazy plans on a chalkboard or whiteboard. That's kind of what it was. So I started thinking, what can we do to create this type of blockchain based, crypto based community where small business owners, entrepreneurs can have an opportunity in their first 5 years, or an environment where in their first 5 years of business they can build something sustainable, or something, or a community, or an economy, or an environment that will support them through their first 5 years, being like helping them lower their living expenses, or they can have a storefront below and the residence rate above, and create an opportunity for small business owners and entrepreneurs to make it through their first 5 years of business, to give them an environment that would help them thrive, and to cater to small business owners or entrepreneurs who, at the time in 2015 or 2014, 2016, Bitcoin wasn't as big. I mean, it maybe had just hit 10K, 20K. But I had a lot of friends, or a lot of people in my network who were huge crypto savvy, huge Bitcoin savvy, who people who have been in Bitcoin and crypto since 2009, 2010. That's the majority of all my friends, everybody in my network. And all of us were business owners, entrepreneurs, savvy people who had other businesses outside of crypto. So I was thinking, what if we could create a community or an environment or economy where us as small business owners and entrepreneurs could create a way where we have a storefront and a business above, where we can do our commerce and do everything that we do in a blockchain based society, and be able to accept and use crypto. We could use the crypto to make payments on our bills, and then we could accept crypto as a form of payment when people wanted to shop at our stores, or provide or get services from us, that we could accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, or other crypto. So I wanted to create an opportunity for those people, for people who are small business owners or entrepreneurs, people who are crypto or blockchain savvy, to create an environment for those people to have an opportunity to thrive, an opportunity to build in. And that's where EverSmart started from. And fast forward a couple of years, I had met Sophia and David at an event, and we had just got to talking about visions and dreams in the future. And we just had this vision that aligned all of us. The vibrations just meshed and clicked perfectly. and we just started feeding off each other, throwing ideas, and then just everything clicked. And so we decided, hey, let's take this and run with it. And 2 years later, 3 years later, here we are, um, building EverSmart City here in Phoenix, building a 40-acre development, or a 40-acre minimum development to house at least 200 small businesses and entrepreneurs, and then 100 other residents inside of a blockchain-based crypto community where small business owners and entrepreneurs can own a commercial storefront as well as the residents above, as in a form of a shipping container or modular unit, to where the point that where they can, at one point, if they choose to, take their business and their storefront, take their shipping containers, and then move them anywhere in the world they want by boat, train, car, plane, and really kind of reinventing or redoing the whole mobile home industry, or the modular home industry, by building stronger, more sustainable homes or structures using recycled material like used shipping containers. So, kind of bringing all those things together with self-sustainability, running on solar. We're in Arizona. Solar's big. I used to sell solar door to door, knocking on doors, selling solar right before Arizona passed a few laws for solar, and Arizona had huge state subsidies for solar. So, we're trying to incorporate all these different things that are working so well across all these different sectors between self-sustainability, e-commerce, crypto, and then bring them all into one project to kind of really make a hybrid community of all these best features. So that was pretty much the start of EverSmart City. And then throughout this YouTube channel, we're basically breaking it down and getting deep dive into what really EverSmart is, how we align with some of our some of the UN's SDG goals. We have a bunch of about 16, 17 videos of how we align with SDG goals. And then some of our plans going forward. This channel is really just getting started. So if this is your first time seeing it, like and subscribe. If this is something that interests you, or you want to jump on a conversation, you're like, hey, how can I get involved? Hey, we would love to have an EverSmart City where I live here, out, which may not be Phoenix. What do we got to do to bring an EverSmart City here? Just jump in the Discord, introduce yourself, get involved with the community, start collaborating with us. The first thing that we're looking to do, and always going to be looking to do, is collaborating and partnering with people. So in order to do that, you guys got to jump in the Discord, jump in on the conversation with us, and get involved. And let's start building these communities to help people thrive. All right, guys, until the next video, like I said, like, subscribe, join the Discord, follow us on all of our social media. First, follow us on LinkedIn, because we still need 150 likes or followers on LinkedIn to be able to stream these videos right here on LinkedIn. Until we have 150 followers, LinkedIn won't let us post these videos on LinkedIn. So we need 150 followers on LinkedIn to be able to also post these videos on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So first and foremost, everybody just go follow us on LinkedIn so we can begin sharing these videos on LinkedIn too. And then from there, jump in our Discord, join the conversation, invite some friends, share some blogs, some articles, and some information. This is one of our longer videos. This video is about 18 minutes long. Our goal is to be between 10 and 15 minutes, making it short and sweet for you guys, to give you guys all the juice. So this video is really just a video from me, one of the founders, the creators, the original inceptor of the idea, to just lay it all out and invite you guys to participate. And we hope to continue to build you guys. Until then, we'll see you on the next video. Make sure to go back and watch our other videos, and then jump in the Discord. Let's work. Let's collaborate. Let's work. Let's figure out how we can make this world a better place. All right. Until then, see you guys on the next video.